Good morning. I'm tired. I don't know why. My body just didn't want to wake up. Probably because of the rain falling on the tent all night long. It was super windy last night and then just stopped. I thought I was going to have to fight that all night, but apparently that was just bringing in some rain. Now it's foggy. Having my coffee and donuts and getting on the trail. I have a hole somewhere in my sleeping bag. I have down floating around. Oh man, it's just one of those nights where you sleep so good, you wake up and your face just feels heavy. Your body feels heavy. Had to pee for a few hours. And I just kept fighting it. And that's not good. That's not good for the body. But I'm going to drink this coffee and eat these donuts and get on the trail, my friends. It's going to be a beautiful day. Definitely foggy out this morning. I've only felt a few sprinkles, so I think for the most part, the rain has moved out. But still a lot of moisture in the air with that fog. And it's like right at the right temperature where my body doesn't know quite what to feel. It's warm enough, mild enough, but because of the dampness in the air and the fog, it feels a bit chilly. So my hands are cold. Well, ever since I put the tent down, because it was wet, obviously really wet and cold, or chilly. So it makes my hands feel cold even though I'm not cold. So not quite to that point where I need to put gloves on, so I'm not going to, because then I have to dig through my backpack. It's kind of one of my pet peeves, having to open up my backpack over and over again, but especially right after I first put it on. It's like when I first put it on, let's get some miles under the belt. Let's feel like we've gotten somewhere. Let's not have to keep stopping and opening up the backpack and seeing if I got something or if I need to grab something out of there. I try to be as prepared as I can for the first few miles when I start off in the morning, especially when it's cold. Today's not cold like that, but on those cold mornings, I just need to get the blood flowing and start climbing. And that's another thing. My body isn't climbing right now. It's just kind of walking over, pretty level trail as far as elevation, but not really level as far as the terrain, because there are rocks involved that's going up and down, but then it becomes, smooth trail again with just a rock here and there. But like right there, a blow down. Those are probably 2 or 3 of those every mile or half mile or so. So nothing to complain about. It's actually a really good trail. It can go pretty fast. Just once in a while I get up on those rocks. I had one as a ridge line. I had to climb up the rock and then walk across. Every time I see something like that, it reminds me of New York. As soon as New Jersey turns into New York on the AT, it just becomes a big rock ridge line. Up, down on rocks. And then flat rock at the top where like this ridge line is leaves and dirt with rocks involved. That is just plainly walking on rocks. So it's like walking on concrete basically to your feet. So that happens sometimes right now, or the last couple of days I should say. And that's slippery at this moment because of that rain last night. I'm so glad though, to be honest, that it turned to rain and that the wind stopped. Because that wind would have been a pain all night long. It was blowing pretty good. And since I was sleeping right on a ridge line, an open ridge line, that didn't help. All right, I'm not going to talk a whole bunch this morning. Just going to keep on moving and get as many miles today as I can. It's going to be it's still a little later start than usual just because I was having trouble getting out of the bed in the tent. I slept really good last night. Good relaxing sleep like I needed. So still should be a 20 to 25 mile day today. Obviously depending on weather and terrain, but that's kind of the loose plan at this point. So just gonna grind it out and enjoy the beautiful day in the forest. Across the road, I believe it was Pennsylvania 325, if I remember the number right. And then you cross that little creek or river. Several people out there fishing, real popular fishing spot. Really cool inlets here of water and campground and everything. Pretty cool. There was a nice little 800-foot climb. Not many rocks, just these small kind like this. Just got to watch your step, make sure you don't go rolling. Pretty smooth for the most part, just straight up. No switchbacks or anything, the way I like it. Get me to the top. 800-foot climb. Early in the morning, not first thing in the morning, but I'll take it. Definitely has the blood flowing. Has Fortune awake now. But it also has me back in the fog too, which is cool. I haven't really seen the fog for that long. Or it's been a while since I've seen it. I don't feel like I'm saying anything right today. It's early still though. My brain might not be awake. But I haven't seen the fog for a minute, so it's kind of cool to see it. Always gives it that nice, dark, eerie feel in the forest. Even though this forest is kind of open. If there was sun, it would definitely be on me right now. Gonna be a lot of ridge walking today, it looks like, according to the map, so just a lot of great forest views. I don't want to jinx myself, but the trail's been pretty cruisy. There's rocks everywhere on both sides of the ridgeline. There's a lot of rocks on the trail, but the smooth kind, not the, okay, the rocks aren't smooth, but the trail is smooth. You can step in between most of them, keep a good momentum going, or step on top of them. It's not bad at all. You can see a little bit here. You've been seeing it though. It's been going from nothing at all, pine needles, to rocks, but rocks that are easily walked on. So I don't have to slow down, just get to keep walking, and it's really straight. You just pretty much just keep going straight on this ridgeline with what seems like forever. I'm hearing all kinds of jets above me. I don't know exactly where I am because I haven't looked at the map. So I don't know if I'm hearing planes coming from Philadelphia or planes coming from Harrisburg. Seems to be pretty busy for Harrisburg. Or maybe there's a base around here. These are, I mean, they don't, I can't see because it's real foggy, but they don't seem to be moving like fighter jets. They seem to be going kind of slow over, so makes me think they're passenger jets. I mean, you go by Harrisburg quite a ways, but I think I'm past that. I mean, not really close to Philly until Allentown. So I'm thinking it's Harrisburg, but I don't really know. All I know is it's very constant. There's another one right there. The other one just left. So they're very constant, going over like almost every 30 seconds right now. Not exactly peaceful, but you're going to have that sometimes when you're wrapping around where big cities are. Still very foggy. I'm still up about 1,600 feet, but moving good. Hopefully that'll keep going throughout most of the day. Even if it does get rocky, hopefully I'll keep that momentum going. It's the hardest part about rocks is you don't get any momentum going, like certain kinds of rocks, I should say. So hopefully that's not the case, and I could just keep going all day and get some good big miles in today. Pennsylvania's got the rain, Pennsylvania's got that mud, and Pennsylvania got them rocks, but Pennsylvania's got my love. Walking on the ridgeline high and walking in the forest low, I see the beauty of PA everywhere I go. About 11 miles in for the day. Still quite damp outside. Been down about 900 or 1,000 for quite some time. Got as high as 1,600 in the beginning. Not a whole lot of elevation today. Had that one big climb in the beginning, and that's about it. It's been about 1,500 total elevation in those 11 miles. Just grinding through, not a whole lot of views. It's kind of out in the middle of the forest all day, which is kind of a bummer because, you know, I'm usually really good about having the right amount of food with me. And somehow I calculated it wrong. Should have probably stopped in Duncannon and got a little bit more, like at a 7-Eleven or something. But I didn't. So, I mean, I'm not out of food. Don't worry. I have 2 or 3 ramens, mashed potatoes, tunas, chickens, lots of protein, lots of meals. Well, I shouldn't say lots, but enough to last me a couple days, which is all I need. But my snacks are out, and that's kind of what I go through all day is the cheese, the donuts, sweet stuff, chips or combos, crackers. You know, I still have quite a bit beef jerky left, but maybe a day's worth. I'm not worried. It's nothing like that. It's just I want more food. I just stopped and ate a bunch of food, and that's when I realized, like, man, I usually do a lot better at having this prepared for a few days. And I don't know, maybe I got a little used to getting off every couple of days to a store or a gas station or something. And I don't really have that opportunity, but I do at the same time, but not for snacks or anything. So this is a loose plan. I don't know what I'm going to do this, but probably just do 20 miles or so today, maybe 25. Set myself up to stop at a shelter in the morning. And you're hearing me correctly, this is a shelter on the AT, or right off the AT on a side trail, that has like a solar shower. You can plug your phones and stuff in, charge them up. But you can also order a pizza there. I don't think they make the pizza. I think it's delivered, but I don't really know. I'll find out, but I figure if I get there like at 11 or 12 tomorrow and eat that pizza, that saves me for what I have in my bear can and gives me another half a day or day's worth there, because I'll just eat that pizza and pound the calories out. And then I won't be too far from Pine Grove. And then it's like 20 miles after that to Port Clinton, or you go through Port Clinton, Pennsylvania. So, I mean, the food is there, just here in the near future today. Not really any place to get any. Again, I'm not worried. I'm not in need. I just prefer to have my sweet foods and my snacks and my crackers and my, quick things to eat without having to be prepared. Oh yeah, and coffee. I drank the last of my coffee this morning too, so that kind of stinks, but still have some tea left. Definitely gonna have to do some good resupplying in the next town, because I'm running this one down to bare bones. But I'm usually pretty good about it. Wasn't this time. So you're gonna have that sometimes where you just don't do it as good as you usually do. Because that's one thing. I'm all about the food, so for me to drop the ball on that one is like, ooh, what's going on in your head here, Fortune? But I have enough food, so I don't want anybody to worry. Just talking out loud right now to you. This is Roush Creek. Really cool looking the way it winds. And you have the coal along the sides up here and right here. Nice contrast to that dark with the rapids. The trail intersects with this gravel road here at Roush Gap. And then it kind of turns and this road continues on. And I believe the AT cuts right. But right now there is a detour for those who want to take it that goes around about a 1 mile section of flooded out land that beaver damage has caused. And considering a good percentage of the trail I've been on today has been flooded out, I don't really want more flooding. And that's Roush that you can hear right there. It's running pretty good. There's quite a bit of water, as you can see. So up here in a bit, it'd be pretty flooded. So I'm not even gonna take a chance. I'm just gonna go to the detour. And it's about, I think, half a mile or a mile extra to do that, but I'm gonna do it because I'm trying not to get as wet or trying not to get wet, pure and simple. It's verified or okayed, whatever, by the ATC, so that's a detour for when the water is high. So I'm gonna do it, and hopefully, because it's on the road, I'll be able to make up for that mile. Pretty easily. Just by being a little cruisier, since it's a road. Because it is a mile longer, that's like adding 20 minutes to my day, but that's okay. Little different view out here, and don't have to worry about crossing on slippery logs of beaver damage. I've already wiped out once today. That's enough. So, continuing on this road, going around the detour, around the beaver dam damage. And then I'll be back on trail. So back at the AT now, as you can see, heading south, water crossing Beaver Dam ahead. That's to say it lightly. It's pretty much flooded for a mile. What I heard, it was a not bad trail. I mean, it wasn't really a trail. It was, I guess it used to be a railroad or something. Now it's just a dirt road, stone road, I should say. And then you go to the letter E, which I guess is the name of different roads through the mountains here. And then you go up on that dirt road, which turns into a trail, a really wide, rocky trail. And that brings you right up to here. Pretty good incline on the second road. The first road is pretty level, but feet stay dry. Got around that flooded Beaver Dam, and I don't feel bad about it at all because they're still wet from earlier when I slipped and went in the water. I'm trying to dry these puppies out by the time I camp tonight, not trying to get wetter. And like I said, it's been flooded in a lot of areas today on the trail, so definitely did not want to, you know, get wetter. And it's all like logs and stuff that you're crossing this on, and yeah, I think I'll pass. Slippery logs, balance issues. I'll be happy to go around. It still all connects, and I walk an extra mile and probably more elevation in the process. All right, continuing on. There's a nice little view of a range, kind of hidden by the fog and haziness today. And then in front of it here is a prescribed burn that happened. I have no idea when, but I did see signs for it. Just can't see that view real good, but it's open. It's just too hazy today to see it.